Gyms are approximating the ideal business. What is the ideal business? I thought for this for quite some time. I iterated through different business ideas as I try to establish my company, which I guess is just me working. And so I went through different ideas, like what about stock media? What about creating videos? What about creating videos about this? What about using Patreon? What about offering this service? What about this other? And so eventually I realized that the ideal business is just something you own that makes money and you don't need to manage it. Now, other people already had this idea and called it passive income. And people before passive income already had a way better idea, which is to just own things. And owning things is basically the ideal business. It's the end result. And not only owning things, but owning the thing that is already the abstract form of anything one can own, which is just owning value, which is basically owning money. And so owning money just gives you a certain interest back, which is the market interest, and now you can basically increase the risk and maybe invest into riskier things, and then you might get more return, and you can invest into bonds, and then you get less return, but it's safer. And so a gym now, on the spectrum of, well, I try my best and experiment and whatever, and just having money, which is kind of the end state. Of course, now money also has certain risks, because one has to, one cannot really just own money. One has to own a currency. A currency is kind of only an approximation of what money represents. And so if one just owns money, then if the state that prints the money goes broke, like Greece, and then the EU comes in and maybe saves the euro by providing for Greece or giving loans to Greece or whatever, then, well, it's not as simple as just owning money, because then there is also inflation, etc. But now a truck is coming, and I guess I just leave.